Welcome to one of my favorite courses in DFW. This is Old Man in Lewisville, Texas. You play right along the lake. And for today's video, I'm gonna be playing with a bag set up just like Gannon's. I figured whoever won the world championship, I'd build a bag and see what it's like to throw what they throw. Here's a quick bag setup. Peapots with the P2X, found that for $6 in the used bins. Now the used bin fine here, got a Lumen Link, exactly what he throws. The P3X, actually think that's an incredibly good disc. The P4, which is the Tactic. We have the classic MD3. We have a Glacier because his method, I don't know where he found his method to fly like that, but that's the closest thing I've got. The C-Line MD5, the Function, which where are his fairways? Well, they're pretty much 9 speeds. You've got a Section Firebird to replace the FD3, it's the closest thing I can get. The Doomberg 4, which we found in the used bins. Got the Meta Splice, that's Gannon's DNA one. Got a Nordic Phenom, which is a flippier PD to try to match his, and an Innova-made C-Line Glow PD. Those are going to be a lot of the workhorses. Cloudbreaker, of course, and the PD2. This is an Innova-made one, and I got this from Gannon himself. Ideally, we can shoot what would normally be 1,000 rated, which I'm going to guess is 5, 6, 7 under, but we'll see. And we'll also check UDisc ratings at the end. I have the P4 Tactic, I've got a Lumen Link, and I've also got the MD5. 3 discs I could throw if I want to throw a backhand and go Link, Tactic, or the MD5. I think we just go Tactic. I would like a zone here. This is the closest thing in his bag to what this is. Get around that tree. A little close one to start. Also found this one at Replay in the used bins. So this one I actually would be throwing normally, like maybe a zone, a straight zone. I'm gonna throw the Link. The Link I want to hyzer through this right side gap. Flip up, flip up, flip up. Okay, didn't quite flip as much as I thought that Lumen Link would, but felt good throwing it. Didn't quite get over this little barrier, hit a tree here. Oh! This hole would definitely be a good one to pick up. If I was Gannon, I'd be going forehand over the water. And that's what we're gonna try to do. And I hope I don't lose my disc. I'm gonna try to throw on hyzer underneath this first branch. And maybe I'll get it far enough to have a look at it. It's also a headwind, so I really gotta make sure I throw this on hyzer. I think it's okay. Well, I hit the rocks. You can see it down there. So you're about to see my disc coming up. Our goal is to get over that little fern bush and hopefully don't roll down. Sweet. This definitely would have been a bonus birdie. I feel like maybe this is a Doomberg 4. See my first throw with it. Just found this in the used bins yesterday. So I'm thinking outside line. I don't trust it inside. So we're gonna just go forehand. See if it'll just give me a crazy skip. Oh, that's a good disc. Yeah, I got to skip. I don't think it's going to be in circle 1 though. This one was really tough. First throw with this Doomberg 4. That is a good disc. I got a 50 footer here. Swing in. At least I didn't go down this hill. Because this hill can get away from me pretty quick. I can definitely feel the difference how wide this putter is compared to a PA3, but it's a very similar profile. Splice, a PD. Honestly, I think the Doomberg. I think we go back to the Doomberg because this one, I go through this gap instead of trying to like go down and skip around. It's a very difficult shot. So we're gonna go back to this disc because I'm really excited for it. A little bit of Annie, up and over. Okay, that was a really good pull. Well, we're just outside a circle, but there's pretty much no way to get to this birdie from what I can see. The only thing I could try to do is like throw a forehand around this tree. my gosh, and I almost did it. That would have been so cool if I made that. So this is where his bag gets interesting. This is 363 feet. You basically have a tunnel shot, and there's no 7-speeds in his bag. So what I'm gonna have to do is go with a Color Glow FD3. This is a Sexton Firebird 21, same plastic he uses basically, but he's got like that special edition Glow FD3. I had one of those. This is the closest thing I can find to it. Those are incredibly hard to find, but it does the same thing. It's actually a flippy disc, and I could see myself throwing this flat, maybe having it drift and come back. Too much of a drift. That's tough. Kind of like the hyzer flip play. Just for kicks and giggles, I'm gonna throw the MD3 on a hyzer line to see if a mid-range would work. Yeah, maybe the mid-range. That should scoot up there. That's kind of, I was debating between both of those. Really wish I had my Berg right now. Just throw the Berg over there, but Lumen Link it is. Just wait till you see where the MD3 is. Just want to land soft, right by the pin. Okay, the Link feels pretty good. I like how soft it is. That's what I get for throwing an Innova made disc, an Innova mold in this round. Guess I should have just thrown the MD3, huh? This is such a good disc though. I'm highly recommend if you're looking for a good, replaceable, easy mid-range, definitely the MD3 from Discmania. Okay, we're gonna definitely be going over the top here. The pin is straight ahead. I'm gonna guess it's like 350, 370. Kind of an awkward tee pad. You gotta go over these trees because everything's blocking it. So we are going to throw over the water with Ganon's PD2 on this hole. It's about 370, I think, from memory. Little weird run up. So wish me luck. I don't want to lose Ganon's disc. Actually throw this one, it's in my bag. Oh, there's a person there walking out. That should work out well. Yeah. Might have a cut in it. There's a lot of rocks up there, hopefully not. Thought it might be down here in these rocks. This is an awesome green. We are about as parked as you can get. This little elephant PD2 has been good for me. Kind of like the MD5 here. Like a little flex play. There is a Mando on the right-hand side. It's really hard to get the birdie when you go with a backhand. So I'm gonna try to go left side and scoot around. Pretty tough hole though. Oh, it's so stable. Holy crap. Thing's like a splice. This is where I wish he had the drop in his bag, where it's more like the zone flight. This one leaves me with a lot of trouble here. I didn't even see that branch just hanging down. I just threw it right into it. I really don't want to take a bogey on this hole because it's so short. Oh, I've made a mess of it so far. Thank goodness I can make a putt when I needed to right there. This is a hole that I don't think a lot of people would like. And this is where I'm kind of like in between, do I go with a splice or an MD5? So you gotta hit something straight, but it has to go hard, right, and skip down there. I'm just wondering if the splice is gonna be too overstable. I think the MD5 after throwing on that last hole, I think this is perfect for it. It's really hard not to hit a tree here. Looks like I caught one of these. Skipped here, but we got a C2 bid. Ooh, I hit a band that didn't exist. Also, like all of my Discmania discs are blue and pink. Just kind of worked out that way. 287. I think the Doomberg could give us the skip we need. It goes hard right, so I'm gonna throw this on the babiest of hyzers. Yeah, that was not my best effort there. But we got a chance to get up and down real quick. tap in. My last hole going through the woods here, they're all like forehand holes, and they're just different ranges of stability. And again, I think the thing that I feel the most when I look at this bag is like, there's nothing like a zone here. And this is exactly what that is. It's just a little touchy, straight down the tunnel shot, a little bit of fade. I don't think this tactic feels super good for a forehand disc personally, because I think it's a little deep, and I have really big hands as well. So stacked, split grip, I don't know. I can't find a comfortable spot, but maybe it can redeem itself. Nah, it just doesn't come out for me well. Now, I don't know every single disc that he throws, you know, and I think it changes tournament by tournament depending on what shots you need. But I do think the drop would definitely help. I'm not criticizing the world champion at all. The guy who just won worlds. He knows what he's doing. I think the one thing that I was expecting to miss were 7 speeds, but I'm really not. It kind of made me throw the MD3 earlier, and I never thought about that. A lot less movement left and right. So that's interesting so far. I don't really feel like I miss a T-Bird, an Eagle, or a Votum. It's by far one of my favorite holes out here. I think it's kind of like a signature hole. I'm gonna go with this Cloud Breaker. We're gonna throw a forehand straight into a headwind, so I gotta get it on hyzer, avoid the sneaky speed limit sign. That should be a good pull. Little flip up in that headwind, but it's right in the middle of the fairway. I think I like the MD5 as like the approach. It is definitely all of 5.304 from what I've seen so far, which is good for one of the upcoming holes. But I feel like it would be nice to beat one of these in. I really had to get on that one. I should put me like 15 feet. This is a Cloud Breaker I'm throwing. Really like this guy. It's kind of like that perfect in between for me between a Destroyer and a Wraith paired up with PD2s. It's actually a really good combo. Felt like it took a couple throws to get this down. I'm starting to get it now. So just at about 400 feet, I think he's going with a PD. This Nordic Phenom, every time I've thrown it, it's been pretty flippy. My Innova PD is not quite as beat in as his. So I'm gonna just see if this is the right disc to get around that tree into the pen. Well, I threw it a little left. Almost went OB on that. Pin high, just again, didn't start that off on the right line. See if we can somehow give it a bid. Legit one of my worst throws. I missed that thing like 8 feet to the right. Just gonna go get a birdie on the next hole real quick. It says MD5 written all over it. 207, just straight crash to the left. I think that's pretty much how you do it. We'll take that birdie all day long. This one's extremely difficult. I am gonna try to be like Ganon and throw his P3X on a big Annie here. That's actually not too bad. Because it actually leaves me with a chance to possibly get my first birdie on this hole. I've never birdied this hole, but I actually like going with a putter off the tee here. Pretty bad putt. Gannon would have made that for sure. I definitely play this one for par because you can definitely take a 4 so easily on this course because it is a truly difficult spot to get to. Is this really only 356? It's always felt like a lot further, but sometimes I don't pay attention to the T sign. Yeah, that T sign's definitely wrong. It's not for 350, that is 390. 390, I'm thinking we're gonna go with a PD. I'm gonna do my Innova PD. This one's a color glow one. See if we can execute. This is the exact throw I was looking for. See if it's the right distance. Yeah, that looks good. This is a great throw. I'm super happy with this. This is exactly the disc I would have thrown if this was my own bag in a rated round. Now we just have this putt to get done. There we go. Also, I dyed this PD. Actually super happy with how it came out. It's kind of like you cut it in the middle of a rock. It's like a geode. Where did I put my PD2? All right, we're going PD2 off the tee here. 382, but you gotta flex it so far. I think the PD2 is gonna be the right disc for this. Okay, now give me a hard skip. Go, go. Maybe Gannon's, disc golf power slowly translates through that disc. Because it feels like every time I throw it, good things happen. Why is this putt making me nervous? It's so short. Gannon would never miss this. Neither would I. Because again, we threw his PD2. We gotta know that this is gonna give us a lot of birdies. It really comes down to an MD5 or a splice. Kind of feel like the splice. I think I like the hand feel of this splice a little bit better. So shimmery. So shimmery. It's awesome. Let's get a birdie on the last hole. Oh man, did I leave that a little short? Truly amazes me how overstable that splice is. That is absolutely wild. Last putt. No, I missed left. Gotta go finish this one up for par. We need this one. There we go. It's definitely a wide putter. That P2X, yeah. I get this P2X and P3X confused a lot. It's so big. He must have big hands. I have massive hands and it still feels big to me. I think the PA3, perfect size. I took everything I learned from this round. I actually kept a lot of the discs in the bag, and I used them this weekend at a 2-round event out at the Hideaway Disc Golf Ranch. It's the #1 course in Texas, in my opinion, I think from the ratings as well. Put on by one of my favorite shops, Armory Disc Golf, and ended up after the first round being in second place, bogey-free, 1,004 rated round. Round 2, we ended up coming up in solo second, 1,003 rated round. Wish I could have gotten to the playoff, but Diesel did a great job. I didn't. And we ended up taking second place. But you know what? It was a $260 payout. I will take that all day long. Had a ton of fun playing with some buddies, but you can learn a lot by playing with different pros' bags and seeing what Gannon throws. And I think there's a good reason behind it. You don't have to throw the same discs, but find the discs that kind of fly the same way. And it worked out for me with over 1,000 rated average for the event. I was super happy with how that turned out, and I'm going to keep learning with every round I throw. I'll catch you guys in the next one, which will probably be a used bin video.